say that transfer factor max can actually increase stem cell production? And don't our bodies or bone marrow have only a certain amount of stem cells? And doesn't the amount of stem cells decrease in our bone marrow over our lifetimes? I know this is a loaded question, but
Yeah, so it is correct. I did say that transfer factor max can produce naturally produce millions of stem cells. We do have the capability, our body does, of doing that. But if you don't, because this study, let's just talk about that study for a second. This was a study where we had a number of people who took max and then they took placebo, or vice versa, took placebo, then they took max. And we monitored these markers on these stem cells to actually be able to count how many stem cells were being produced. And when you compare the number of stem cells in the placebo group and the number of stem cells in the transfer factor max group, what we saw was we saw a huge increase in a matter of a few hours, a huge increase in the number of stem cells that was produced by transfer factor max compared to the number of stem cells that was produced by placebo. These are coming from the same people, right? One dose, they took placebo, one dose, they took transfer factor max. And when you extrapolate the number of stem cells coming into the blood and compare placebo to TF max, what you find is that we're talking about millions of stem cells with transfer factor max compared to millions more, I should say. So we're still producing stem cells when we have placebo, but when we take transfer factor max, we're actually producing more, naturally producing more, millions of more stem cells compared to placebo.
wow, wow, that's exciting.